Check.
On a busy day at Hill Air Force Base.
Man, we welcome you once again to the local Hill Air Force Base demo practice.
Blue skies were a green light to take flight. And perhaps there was no better aircraft for flight than this one.
Got the most powerful fighter jet engine ever built, so it's pretty incredible.
It is my distinct pleasure to describe for you today a capability demonstration by the world's most technologically advanced fifth-generation fighter, the F-35A Lightning II.
So the autopilot in this jet is really, really good. When I'm up high, it's pretty chill.
Captain Melanie Mock-Klusner wasn't banking on chill today.
I am full stick back, full stick left.
As she geared up to show what this plane can do.
The team commander and pilot for today's flight is Captain Melanie Mock-Klusner.
Lightning 1, you are cleared for takeoff.
It's showtime!
The F-35 demonstration came ahead of the Utah Air Show.
The capability of this aircraft can do things that would blow your mind if we were allowed to tell you what it could do.
Organizer Kevin Ireland says the show will draw as many as 500,000 visitors the last weekend in June.
Of course, we have the United States Air Force Thunderbirds that are coming.
The F-35 will be one of the main attractions.
It's the creme de la creme, if you will.
Through high precision and yet seemingly death-defying stunts,
How often do you get to go upside down 300 feet above the ground?
the hope is to give the crowd an appreciation for America's air capabilities.
Air Force is saying, this is where your tax dollars are being spent, to let people know that you're safe, you're protected.
From your left, the Lightning II's combat radius turn.
For the pilot herself, it's an important demonstration,
We're dedicating it to the warfighters that are out there, the veterans that came before us.
a high-flying testament to the high price of freedom.
I just know it's a meaningful thing that we do, so that kind of is what keeps me going.
In the tiny town of Boulder, there's a place you can't miss.
Welcome.
Hell's Backbone Grill and Farm has fed hungry tourists for nearly 25 years.
Our guests come from all over the world, really, and they always return.
Owner Blake Spalding says she picked this spot on purpose.
We came here because we were very excited about the protection of the landscape.
Her restaurant is on the doorstep of the Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument. President Clinton established it in 1996. In 2017, President Trump shrunk it before President Biden reinstated it in 2021. That whole back and forth, Blake says, is not ideal.
Having the monument just be stabilized where it's not a political football, that is really hard for all of the small businesses.
She wants to see more support for the monument from the state and from Congress.
I do believe, like, for the good of the West, we need more protected landscapes.
Land is certainly an issue here in Garfield County, not just in Boulder, but also down the road in Escalante. People come here for camping, hiking, and canyoneering, along with easy access to the monument and 2 nearby national parks.
Because we're so remote, we pay a little bit more for sometimes a little bit less.
Dave Traynor owns Fourth West Pub.
The cost of things, we feel that community-wide, not just as a business, but I mean everybody feels like just not having access to the things that you really want.
Plus, he says workers often have more than one job, including him.
I teach art at the local high school, and myself included, most of our staff are all first responders, all volunteer first responders. So if there's a big issue, that comes first, and we might be on the skeleton staff that night just because we're all out on something major.
But Dave says that comes with living in rural Utah, no matter who's in power.
I think you get so used to it, you don't really think about those things being issues anymore. It's just a way of life.
A way of life he loves, in a place surrounded by beauty.
You might see it on Instagram or something like that, but it just doesn't do it justice.
In Garfield County, Daniel Woodruff, KSL 5 News.
For as busy as life is these days, it's good to slow down and reflect every once in a while. Darren Hoover does it as often as he can.
Every second, every hour, every day, they're always on my mind.
His son, Marine Staff Sergeant Taylor Hoover, is one of 13 service members killed during the American pullout in Afghanistan almost 3 years ago.
Thank you for your sacrifice for your children and your loved ones.
This service in Draper was to honor Gold Star families like Hoover.
My country 'tis
There was a school choir, some bagpipes, even a flyover. But the biggest moment is when the memorial monument was revealed. A permanent place in Draper City Park to honor those families who truly understand what sacrifice is.
One of the hardest things that a parent goes through is to be notified that your son or your daughter is not coming home.
Anthony Galvez's son, Marine Corporal Adam Galvez, was killed in Iraq in 2006.
We were notified with that famous on our door.
18 years later, he's proud Draper not only invited him and his family to the ceremony,
Sergeant Hayden Thomas Ravens,
but that they also invited other families
Zachary Skylar Barton,
to remember those they lost.
Staff Sergeant Taylor Hoover.
We live with this for all our lives, every day. Some days we wake up and we can't even think of getting out of bed, and other days, not a problem.
And for those days when families just want to slow down and reflect, this memorial gives them another place to do so.
Just a somber time to remember Taylor and all those that have gone before. So.
Love a week at these crazy storms as long as no one gets hurt.
The clouds over the mountain turned ominous. And within a couple short minutes,
You see the dust billowing over here already. It's coming.
the storm wasn't just coming, it was here. Horizontal winds carrying dust and debris quickly transitioned to pounding hail, giving almost no time to get out of the way.
And the strong wind hitting the car sideways. It was a complete whitewash.
Soon, Main Street in Moab was flooded.
It was just chaos. No one knew what to do. All the flooding everywhere. River crossing the roads. Incredible.
The city said the fast-moving storm left some roads impassable as locals watched for more potential floodwaters as the rains moved over the LaSalles.
All of the creeks that flood down from the mountains come through town and all the residential areas, and that's when you get the really big, high volume of water flowing through town. That's where you get property damage, flooded buildings, people trapped in canyons, and so on.
But as the rain eased up, it was temporary for the tourists.
So it was a nice little send-off, I guess you could say.
Following a thunderstorm that left Moab a mess.
Fortunately, it's kind of inevitable. Let's hope no one gets hurt.
Anybody need an ID over here, guys?
5 days before election night,
We were doing our last round of DMV appointments, now or never.
a grassroots effort
There and back.
was taking shape on the streets.
William.
Ksenia Kanazova
1 sec, sweetie.
was working to register voters in a place that's usually overlooked.
Because right now, they can do whatever with you because you guys aren't voting them out.
Many homeless don't even have proper IDs.
An ID means so much, and now they can vote.
And so taking people to get them
Okay, we're gonna load up.
was the first step for the nonprofit Nomad Alliance.
Unhoused don't vote, and they've long given up on thinking that the government is there to take care of them.
The hope
Yes, you can do it, baby.
to give the homeless a presence in Salt Lake City politics.
They may not have a huge impact on this election, the presidential election, but they can have a huge impact here locally.
Representation is something nobody takes for granted.
One vote is a vote that wasn't there before, and if we stand united, we might get to have a voice.
And Kanazova
463. Oh, good job.
believes she can bring power to
463.
these people from the ground up.
I think some of the leaders and the politicians in power will take them a little more seriously and listen to their concerns and perhaps do more to solve the homeless epidemic.